going to start with the technical advisor to the Honorable Minister of State. Thank you, sir.
Your Excellency, the Ambassador of Korea, the country director, fellow alumni, and other distinguished guests. My name is Gabriel Iosasi. By training, I'm a lawyer, but I've veered into other territories also, including power. And currently, I'm the special technical assistant to the Honorable Minister of State for Power. Now, how to promote Korea's development assistance to this country, apart from what we have learned in the area of education, I said my interest is in power. I think if Korea can market more of the technology in power in Nigeria, very little of Korean technology, particularly as respecting power, is unknown. I'm hoping that the Korean companies that are in power generation, power distribution, and transmission can have a market in the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, please, can I ask us to just focus like in 2 minutes, because we have to go on another round, just in 2 minutes. Brief introduction of yourself and how do we promote Korea's development activities in Nigeria. Thank you.
The Korean ambassador in absentia, because I was making understand he has left. The Koica country director, other members, all the alumni members here in present. My name is Mohammed Uba. I work for AMCON. I am the head of special assets enforcement in AMCON. The theme of the discussion is on OD, official development assistance. When you check what are the values of OD, you will discover that they have specific values they want to promote. The first is poverty reduction in developing countries. They also want to promote human rights, specifically for those who are vulnerable, that is women and children.
The country director and the ESCOs, executive members of this, our great association. My name is Professor Sarah Young, Department of Economics, University of Abuja. For the first time, I'm attending this meeting, but I went to Korea about 5 years ago. I couldn't remember, sponsored by the National Planning Commission. And my stay there was very enjoyable, very pleasant. But now, how do we promote Koica? You know, ODA. The first thing I will do is in the area of education, the girl-child education. You know, to preach this gender inequality. It will make this the embassy and the Korea country to be feasible and more relevant, because it's a great problem in this country, the girl-child education. Then in the area, and you can donate resource materials to secondary school and primary schools. You know, when you go there, you make donations, it will appear in the news, the media will carry the newspaper, electronics, and print. Then in the area of health, we need to also have quality care services. You can make donations in terms of drugs. You know, most of our clinics and hospitals, they lack medicine and all other laboratory equipment. You can make donation that it will be labeled, donated by so. Your name will be there as long as those equipment are on grant. Then we can have state chapters. You know, only in Abuja they know us here. Maybe in some of the geopolitical zones, you can have small activities, certain activities going on at state level or geopolitical level, not only in Abuja. Then water and sanitation, also very important. When you bring borehole to a local government suffering from waterborne diseases, your name will be written that's donated or constructed by Koica or whatever. Then you have partnership with media. If you want to make yourself relevant and visible, you need publicity. Even when you are doing a lot, you have a lot of programs and projects. If they are not covered by the media, it will just be underground. Then annual gathering like this should be continuous. In the area of transportation, you can have buses, donated to key schools and primary schools, and then your emblem will be on the bus, the buses and the vehicles. Your name will be there written as the vehicle is plying the whole of Abuja and other local government. People are seeing it and citing it that this vehicle or bus donated by Koica. Then in terms of our own activity, our own association, we can have press briefing by our executive members, maybe quarterly, just once, the president, the vice president, and some, they can come online, some of these channels, they are ready to interview them, and from there it will be in the news, radio, TV, they will know that there is something on ground, Koica is functional. Then regular meetings, this is the first time I'm attending because I saw it, I was invited. If you have regular meetings, then we can have media coverage for our meetings also. Then functional websites where people can go Google and see all our activities, all our programs. For now, I don't know whether we have something like that.
Good morning. My name is Khadija Mohammed. I'm from Federal Ministry of Communications. And Nigeria is a youth-based economy. We are mostly youth. So I believe ways to promote the Koica is through social media. Most of us have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything. But if Koica is very active on social media, a lot of people will know Koica's activities. I went to Korea for masters, and my friends asked me, okay, who sponsored you? I say Koica. I say, who is Koica? And I will start explaining. But most of my friends know KCCN, Korea Cultural Center, but they don't know Koica. KCCN is very active on Instagram and Facebook. All their activities, they live stream their activities on their Facebook page. So I believe if we're very active on social media, the presence will be all over. Thank you.
Before I come back to us, just in 1 minute to wrap up minutes, I'd like to take maybe 2 suggestions from the audience, and then we'll take 1 minute wrap up from our panelists. So do we have suggestions? Something, a different opinion? How do we promote the activity?
Thank you. My name is Achuru Jonah. One of the ways of promoting the visibility of Koica is through promoting competitions, especially for the youth. Talk about science competitions, all manner of competitions that can engage them actively, and then perhaps rewarding winners there and making it a media event. That way, we could ensure visibility.
Thank you very much.
Well, I think Koica is doing so much in terms of developing a lot of documents that will implement ICT in Nigeria, particularly the e-governance blueprint. They have developed that. But what I noticed is that a lot of Korean businessmen are shy of coming into Nigeria. They cannot develop a document and allow it for the Chinese to take advantage of. If they do that, they will not be creating a visibility. They should be able to, we have to look for a way of getting Korean businessmen to begin to show interest in investing in Nigeria, to have Nigerian partners and all that. If they do that, there will be great visibility, there will be great interaction, and a lot of people will know about Korean operations in Nigeria. Thank you.
In addition to what Mr. President has just said, I think that we have a lot of mine is on Korean goods here. We have people like LG, people like Samsung, or we have a lot of fake. If Koica can do something, maybe with the help of Skican, to identify places where the genuine ones are built or sold, so that we will now avoid the quacks. Because what happens is that people will now buy the fake one and now say, oh, Korean products have lost value or quality. That is very dangerous. Most of those things are actually fake. People are ready to pay for good products, but they don't want to pay for what they think is a good product and will come on. So if we can develop something, maybe helping through Skican Corporation, you let us know the particular ones that are genuine and where they can be located. We can now publicize this so that Nigerians, can have, good products.
All right, thank you very much. So we don't have much time, so I'm just going to go back to my panelists and they will wrap up in 1 minute. We'll come back to this discussion.
Like I said before, we expect at official level the Korean Embassy and Koica to take interest in what is happening in power in Nigeria, particularly in the renewable energy area and mini-grids, so that they can have models. Some of the panels that we import into this country are Chinese products, and they are not sustainable. So if Korean businessmen can establish mini-grids here with their names there, a lot of people will get to know the difference between what Korea offers and what the Chinese offer. Thank you.
Thank you once more. I want to stick to one goal for the Koica. If you check, there is the issue of poverty reduction, and on the Koica side, there is the issue of knowledge. The only way you can fight, the most effective way to fight poverty is through knowledge, education. If we can enhance our outreach on the area of promoting education, particularly to the less privileged, just like the schools the Koica has built, if we can expand on that, that is an effective way to fight poverty. Because once one is educated and he has the knowledge, he has already won the war against poverty. So I think Koica can do a lot by promoting education and knowledge in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much. He has mentioned education, but healthcare services are equally important, as well as transportation. And then collaboration with the government officials. Like now we are here, nobody from, we don't have honorables, nobody from National Assembly, nobody from presidency. You can have an event where all these key important personalities will be there. So from there, you let them know what you are doing, you become visible and relevant. So not only for us, we are just dying among ourselves, eating among ourselves. You need the government functionaries and personalities to be invited to our various functions. So be ready to spend on publicity, and it will help us to be visible. Thank you.
So, sticking to the topic, promoting Koica's program here. I believe they have healthcare facility in Borno, rice mill in Niger, but a lot of people don't know it. But if we take pictures and post, I like social media, so I like promoting social media. If we take pictures and post all over the social media, right now, a lot of people would have been live streaming and seeing this event. It does not have to be in the evening. If you live stream, it's on the go. So when we utilize social media, it goes a long way. So I believe the perfect way to promote ODA is through the use of social media.